wanted to do another video on the Goldie Jones channel. I actually watched some of her content lately. Every time I watch her content, I realize, oh, that's what she's talking about. I noticed a few times when I would talk about Kevin Samuels, people always come across my channel, and don't negatively. Most of the time, it's just so like, well, it's a mutual feeling, I guess. To some extent. Neither of us are attracted to each other, so we work out if you know we would be comfortable with that. But it doesn't seem to be something that black men from his channel really care about. I think they care more about shock factor, I guess you could say. And so, what they're doing on her channel, basically harassing her and things of that nature. I understand. I've said that before, that his audience is small. I don't really think that means that he should be canceled. That's just my perspective. But I do think that she is a really good, that she has a good energy. She does, and she seems more like she's more helpful, and like productive, wants to give advice, I like that about her channel, that she is more an informational woman and a woman who, wants to help women become more successful in relationships. Specifically, she seems to talk more about baby mamas, but I mean, I still think they need advice too. And it might not be specifically for me, but I did support her channel just in effort to basically boost her numbers, help her numbers, get a little higher, things of that nature. But there is something she was talking about, and like I agree so much. She was talking about domestic violence. I made a video on domestic violence because I come from the perspective that Kevin Samuels was talking about, at least the clip I saw. I don't know, some people are saying that he promoted domestic abuse. I didn't see that, so I'm not going to speak on that specifically. But what I'm trying to say is that, Kevin Samuels, was talking about how he didn't see domestic abuse with black couples. And I have to say, I personally have never seen domestic abuse with black couples. And I even did a video with my mother in it, and we spoke on it, like, do we hear or see domestic abuse among black men and black women? And, what ended up being was we only came up with one situation where the black woman was beating on the black man. But I didn't know about the statistics. And I saw the statistics, apparently it's like every 6 hours. And the thing is, I think, I don't think it was specifically, was it specifically domestic abuse or was it violence in general? I'm not sure. But I wanted to talk about this because I feel like a lot of times when we talk about people getting killed by black men, like the black women will focus on the black women getting killed by black men, you know. And I think when we do that, we feed into the gender wars situation instead of focusing on the fact that black people are getting killed by black men at alarming rates. And black men are usually the target of all of black men murders. Usually, not always, but most of the time, it's a black man who is being killed by another black man. So, with that in mind, if you have that perspective of it's not the black man versus the black woman, it's the black man versus black people, including black men. You get more people that are black men who could fall prey and victim to violent black men. There are black men, most black men out there, that are not murderous, maniacal individuals, and they do not want to be killed by these murderous, maniacal, violent black men. Nobody wants to make an excuse for their own murder, you know. And to me, I think, and you actually deal with the fact that why is it that these murdering, violent black men do not have any regard for life of black people, black men or black men, women, and they value black men, white men. It shows you their psyche. It shows you their psychology, and you know to protect both sides. I think people need to come together on the violence from black men. And I also think that some black men, you have to wonder, why do they think so lowly of blackness? Where is that coming from? What is the root of that? And I think it has to do with the families they come from specifically, and the fact that they see themselves beneath other races. So when they see blackness in others, they hate that blackness in them and see them as less worthy of living. You can also see that I think the manifestation of colorism among the dark skinned black man is specifically that. That's how you know it is not an issue among black women. Black women keep talking about themselves, and they should just bring it right back to black men, because you can see it's manifested where blackness in a man or woman is seen as less valuable and seen as someone that you can kill, you can destroy their life. You don't value their life simply because they're a black man or a black woman. So that's how I view specifically black men, and the domestic violence situations. I feel like it's not specific to the black woman, it's specific to black people. And black people need to stand against violence against black people, because anyone could be a victim. So that's all I have to say on that. Thanks for watching, and bye.